Hi everyone, it is January the 1st, 2024. Happy New Year. It is also exactly 1 year since I launched my own YouTube channel at Rajiv Surendra, and I thought I would make an unusual video for the channel in that there's no cameraman, there's no editor, there's no microphone or lights, just me and my phone to speak to you directly and talk to you about looking back at the past year. So here I am on New Year's Day. A little over 2 years ago, I was making videos with HGTV for their handmade YouTube channel, and that venture unexpectedly went so well that people started messaging me and sending comments asking me to start my own YouTube channel. And this is something that I hesitated to do because I'm not a technical person. I don't like when my phone says storage full. It makes me shut down. I just put the phone aside when that happens. So the thought of setting up equipment and filming myself and dealing with editing, that always just made me go, I don't want to do that. I would just rather continue doing what I do alone, privately. And after making videos with HGTV, I figured, if I could do things this way, if I could just do what I do at my table and have a crew film and edit the videos, then I would be willing to take on this venture. And that's what I decided to do. So that entailed some startup money, which we achieved through a GoFundMe campaign, asking all of you out there to contribute little bits. And I was really amazed to see that people wanted to watch the videos enough to actually contribute to the GoFundMe campaign. And when that happened, it was like a green light, which sort of showed me that if I created these videos, people would watch. And the first video went up live a year ago today, washing whites. And since that video, we've made about 60 videos. And the channel now has almost 220,000 subscribers. So I stand here a year later looking back at the past year, and it is really heartwarming to see how encouraging everyone has been and how enthusiastic people are about this content. This is all stuff that I never thought people would take to. This is all stuff that I assumed when I was a lot younger that I was doing privately, and that I was a kind of a loner, living in my own little world, and which I was fine with. But as I got older, I started seeing in even strangers' eyes when people would be outside and they'd see me writing a letter in calligraphy, or they'd see me painting and they'd stop and they'd look at what I was doing. And the thing that I would get asked over and over was, how do you know how to do this? And although they were asking, how do you know how to do this? What I could see behind the look in their eyes was, I wish I knew how to do this. And that has been something over the years that has really motivated me to figure out how to share my life with the world and how to share my interests with an audience, because I do believe that there's something about slowing down, putting away all the devices, and focusing on something that's tactile. I do believe that creates a sense of self-awareness that is a good thing. You learn about yourself when you're alone with yourself, and you feel proud of yourself when you take on a challenge to learn something technical. Here I am saying technical, and I just told you that I hate technology. What I mean is what people are calling analog. I do think that in this technology-driven world, when we step away from that and move back to making things with our hands that we can feel. We use beautiful materials and we create something that's useful, even if it's just an omelet. At the end of the day, you really do feel like you've achieved something and you feel good about yourself. This is something that I think is lacking in a very big part in today's population. This ability to know how to make ourselves feel proud of ourselves in a lasting way. I don't believe that that comes from how much money is in your bank account. I don't believe that that comes from the job that you have. I do believe that it comes from small things. And this is my own personal philosophy of how to live. I really feel like I figured out how to live. And I really feel like I figured out how to live a good life. And this is kind of the thesis of my channel. All I'm doing with this channel is opening the door to my life and allowing you to come into my life and watch me over my shoulder as I do the things that I have been doing for a long time, and as I continue to do the things that I want to do. Maybe these are things that I've never done before, which I'm often intrigued by, and I'm always trying something new. And that's what this channel is. It's showing you how I live my life, which is something that is, yes, it is very personal, but it is something that I've learned that I think many people out there need and want. They want to figure out how to do it. And when I say how to do it, I mean how to be sort of content with themselves. So I didn't really know where to start with the channel. I didn't really know what video to start with, but I have a long list of segment ideas that I've been keeping and that I've been working on for years, because this idea of sharing my life with the world is not something that just popped up a year ago. I had an idea to start a how-to show when I was a teenager, when I had chickens in my backyard. And at that time it was a TV show, and over the years it's morphed into very different things. And finally I feel like it's found the right home. Many comments in the videos say, "Oh, I hope you have your own show one day." And you know, it's really funny. I approached every single network out there. We had meetings with Netflix, Disney, HBO, HGTV, Discovery owns HGTV, so Discovery actually picked up a pilot. We shot a pilot, they put the pilot on the platform, and then they didn't pick up the show. So I have to say that I've tried for many, many years to get this off the ground as a show, as a TV show, and it just didn't work. And when I arrived at YouTube, the thing that I've learned over the last year looking back is this is actually perfect. This is the show. This is the show that I've been working on in my head for decades, because I get to be the boss. I have no one creatively to answer to above me, and you get to watch all this stuff across the world for free, which is perfect. If this was on some network, people in Singapore might not be able to watch it. And even here, if it was on a network, a lot of these platforms you have to pay for a subscription. So I just feel like everything has worked out in such a wonderful way for the best. It's also great to know that you, as the viewer, have a direct link to me. If you're watching the video and you don't understand something, you can just leave a comment. And I really do look through those comments. And when I see a comment where someone genuinely doesn't understand an instruction that I've given, or they don't know where to find one of the materials, then I do feel like, oh, I missed something, and I address that in the comments below. So that's also something that was unexpected for me, that I can create a video, a how-to video. I can give instructions and I can do a demonstration, but you as the viewer have access to me directly, unfiltered, and that's wonderful. So I started with washing whites, which is, I felt like a very good thing to start the channel with, because most of us have to wash our own clothes, and most of us have white clothes, and it was kind of a traditional thing, washing whites, that I felt I have become very good at keeping white clothes white. And over the year, the channel has a mix of videos that are not only instructional, but many of the videos are almost mental health videos, things about the mind, which I started to realize was an important aspect of my own life. I do a lot of this stuff with my hands, but while I'm doing the stuff with my hands, while I'm making things, a lot is going on in here. And this connection between the mind and our hands is something that's really important, especially if you want to learn a new skill that is really challenging. Currently, I'm learning how to play the harp, and I'm here in Toronto right now, and I've been taking lessons with an 87-year-old harpist who's kind of famous. Her name is often a clue in the Toronto Star crossword puzzle. Toronto harpist Judy Blank, Judy Lohman. She's my teacher's teacher. This is Caroline, my friend Caroline Cole, who was a fantastic harpist. This is her teacher. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm taking lessons with Judy while I'm here, and I sit at the harp and she tells me what to do. I put my hands on the strings, and then I actually have to do it. She can only take me so far, and then there is a connection that needs to happen between my mind, my brain, and my fingers. And this is something that I have become really good at because I've been working on this in so many different disciplines for so many years. Pottery, watercolor painting, oil painting, calligraphy, just the motor skills that are required for these things. That has really taught me how to learn a new skill. And this is something that I feel when people see what I do and they ask me, how do you know how to do what you do? Well, a lot of it is just time and practice, but another aspect of it is what's going on in here. So for me, relaying things to you, I have realized that a lot of the videos that I would like to put out there, they should be videos about the mind, because the life that I live is a life that I really love. I feel very lucky to be doing what I do, but it's a life that I've worked on. I have worked on figuring out how to live a life where I wake up every day and I'm really content by the end of the day when I go to bed because of what I've done during the day. And I think that that's infectious. I think that you all, when you're watching the videos, you can see that I enjoy what I'm doing. So I just want to say to all of you, thank you for watching these videos, for commenting, for engaging, and I would love to hear what you would like to see in the upcoming year in terms of videos. If there's an idea for something that I haven't covered so far that you'd like to see, please let me know. As I said, I have a running list of segments. Maybe what you comment will be something that's already on the list, but you never know. I do really take into consideration what you tell me. The video that I've been hearing people want is soap making. So when I get back to New York next week, I'm making a soap making video. The reason I've hesitated to make a soap making video is because it's not something that I feel like I have mastered. Sometimes I mix up the solution for the soap and the bar separates a little bit. But anyways, I love the soap. I'm going to make the video. I'm going to share that with you. Soap making is also kind of dangerous because you have to use lye. So that is another reason why I've hesitated. But soap making is coming up, and we're just going to continue to do what we've been doing for the last year. We're going to try to put out a video regularly. The channel's going to keep growing. I have to say that a lot of the videos in the new year in the first couple of months are going to be sponsored videos. And I want to tell you that whenever I have a sponsored video, what that means is that the company whose product I'm using is paying for the equipment that we're using, that we're renting, the costs of filming, basically. And these sponsored videos, they're products and they're things that I genuinely use and like. So I'm saying this now because I know that with YouTube, there's a lot of people get stuff and they just have to plug it, but I've stayed away from that. I get asked all the time to plug merchandise, and it's all stuff that I've never used before, so I just say no. If I have a sponsored video where I'm using something and I'm telling you about it and I'm mentioning the company's name, it's because it's something that I actually genuinely use and love. And often with these sponsored videos, they're companies that I have approached. So they're not the people that came to me with something I've never heard of and are asking me to plug it. These are companies whose products I've used for many, many years, and I love them, like Mrs. Stewart's Bluing, the very first video we made. I go to them, I say, look, I've been using your stuff. It's really good. I can speak authoritatively about it, and I would love to make a video using your product. So that is something that helps me make more videos. When the costs of the videos are covered by these companies, I can make more. I can make more videos for you to watch. So I want this to be something that you're aware of so that you're not turned off, because I have seen that in the comments. Okay? I'm on your side. And I hope you're on mine too. So, best foot forward to everyone out there for 2024. Thank you all so much. And just keep watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.